Balancing. ELB Overview. Elastic Load Balancing, ELB, automatically distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets, such as Amazon EC2 instances, containers, IP addresses, Lambda functions, and virtual appliances. ELB automatically scales your load balancer as your incoming traffic changes over time. Elastic Load Balancing is a regional service. It can handle the varying load of your application traffic in a single availability zone or across multiple availability zones. This increases the availability and fault tolerance of your applications. ELB can be internet or internal facing. Internet-facing load balancers can route requests from clients over the internet. On the other hand, internal load balancers can only route requests from clients with access to the VPC for the load balancer. You configure your load balancer to accept incoming traffic by specifying one or more listeners. A listener is a process that checks for connection requests using the protocol and port that you configure, and forward requests to a target group. Each target group routes requests to one or more registered targets, such as EC2 instances. The rules that you define for a listener determine how the load balancer routes requests to its registered targets. ELB monitors the health of the targets and routes traffic only to the healthy targets. You can also offload the work of encryption and decryption to your load balancer so that your compute resources can focus on their main work. Elastic Load Balancing offers 4 types of load balancers that all feature the high availability, automatic scaling, and robust security necessary to make your applications fault tolerant. Now, let's look at each of these load balancers. Application Load Balancer functions at the application level layer 7. It is best suited for load balancing of HTTP, HTTPS, and gRPC traffic, and provides advanced request routing, targeted at the delivery of modern application architectures, including microservices and containers. Application Load Balancer also routes traffic to targets within Amazon VPC, based on the content of the request. Network Load Balancer functions at the connection level layer 4. It is best suited for load balancing of TCP, UDP, and TLS traffic, where extreme performance is required. Network Load Balancer can also route traffic to targets within Amazon VPC, and is capable of handling millions of requests per second, while maintaining ultra-low latencies. It supports static IP addresses. You can also assign one elastic IP address per subnet enabled for the load balancer. Gateway Load Balancer functions at the network level as Layer 3 gateway and a Layer 4 load balancing. It listens for all IP packets across all ports. Gateway Load Balancer makes it easy to deploy, scale, and run third-party virtual networking appliances, such as firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, and deep packet inspection systems. It gives you one gateway for distributing traffic across multiple virtual appliances. Gateway Load Balancer also provides auto-scaling for fleets of third-party appliances. It is transparent to source and destination of traffic. They are well suited for working with third-party appliances for security, network analytics, and other use cases. Classic Load Balancer functions at both Layer 4 connection level and Layer 7 request or application level. It supports TCP, SSL, TLS, HTTP and HTTPS traffic. It is intended for applications that were built within the EC2 Classic network. With Elastic Load Balancing, you can select the appropriate load balancer based on your application needs. Elasticity. An Elastic Load Balancer is highly available. Since it automatically distributes traffic across your Amazon EC2 instances in a single AZ or multiple AZs, it increases the availability and fault tolerance of your applications. Capacity is automatically added and removed based on the utilization of the underlying application servers. ELB is also a fully managed service, meaning you can focus on delivering applications and not installing fleets of load balancers. Security. Elastic Load Balancing works with Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, Amazon VPC, to provide robust security features, including integrated certificate management, user authentication, and SSL/TLS decryption. Together, they give you the flexibility to centrally manage TLS settings and offload CPU-intensive workloads from your applications. Application Load Balancer also supports integration with AWS WAF, the Web Application Firewall Service. This adds a level of protection before bad actors reach the application. Further, S2N and HTTP Guardian have been developed as open source solutions to reduce the potential for HTTP-based attacks. Feature breadth. Elastic Load Balancing offers the breadth of features needed by businesses of all sizes, while delivering them in an AWS native experience. Elastic Load Balancing includes support for features needed in container-based workloads, including HTTP2, gRPC, TLS offload, advanced rule-based routing, and integration with container services as an ingress controller. Application Load Balancer provides customers with a native HTTP endpoint for calling Lambda functions, removing the dependency on other solutions. Further, Gateway Load Balancer creates one gateway for routing traffic through fleets of third-party appliances. Robust monitoring and visibility. Elastic Load Balancing allows you to monitor the health of your applications and their performance in real time with Amazon Cloud Watch metrics, logging, and request tracing. This improves visibility into the behavior of your applications, uncovering issues, and identifying performance bottlenecks in your application stack. Elastic Load Balancing helps ensure compliance with Application Service Level Agreements (SLAs). Integration and global reach. As a native AWS service, Elastic Load Balancing is tightly integrated with other AWS services like EC2, ECS, EKS, Global Accelerator, and operational tools, such as AWS CloudFormation and AWS Billing. Across the Amazon global infrastructure, and customer data centers with AWS Outposts, and on-premises target support, ELB is available everywhere you run your AWS workloads.